Hello everyone, welcome back to Crispy Flicks. We're talking about Looney Tunes back in action.
Well, Looney Tunes back in action. It's a film about Brendan Fraser playing Brendan Fraser's stuntman, trying to find the blue monkey diamond, which is a diamond which can turn people into monkeys, whilst trying to look for his dad, whilst fighting against an evil corporation, whilst being aided by Looney Tunes characters.
Now, if that ain't a recipe for a fucking high quality masterpiece, I don't know what is. The jokes are so fucking stupid. Like, they're so good, and if you watch it as a kid, which is obviously what it's aimed at, some of the jokes you wouldn't, they'd go over your head. Like, there's a Psycho reference, isn't it?
Yeah, there is. Bugs is in the shower, and like this woman character, I don't even remember her name, it's not important. She walks in on him, and it's a shot for shot remake of Psycho, the shower scene with Bugs Bunny.
So good.
The great thing about this film is the plot is just insignificant. It doesn't matter. You're not watching this film for the plot at all.
Wait, what do you mean you're not watching it for the plot? The plot's integral.
Yeah, definitely. But what it does have is it is the most meta children's film I think I've ever seen. You've got Warner Bros, who made this film, taking like full advantage of the fact that this film is just stupid and absurd.
Yeah.
You've got scenes where, because Warner Bros own like so many properties, don't they? They own like Batman and stuff like that. You see Batman and the Batmobile in this.
I found it crazy how they had enough money to build a Batsuit, a Batmobile, for like, what was it, like 5 seconds?
Yeah.
If that. There's a man in a Batman suit for like 5 seconds, and you see the Batmobile for about 30. But it's just crazy. Like, the amount of money that they have is just absurd. And what I found funny was that they were inadvertently taking the piss out of themselves with how they they tell the lady to fire the duck.
Yeah.
Right. So she fires the duck, and then they're basically like, well, why have you fired the duck? Oh, that's a bad move, and it's like they almost didn't realize the kind of company that they would be now. Because that's what they're like now. They just take advantage of people and piss them around, and I don't know if they realised that they were doing it at the time, but all I was thinking was that's exactly what you like now.
Yeah, because it was like in a time where Warner Bros had like a lot more money than it did now, and its reputation wasn't kind of solid about Batman, and the DC sort of films going belly up. Yeah, this was in this was in 2003. So it was in a better time.
Oh yeah.
But there's just weird scenes in this, like when they go into the desert and they randomly find like that sci-fi place, and there's just tons of old horror movie characters that Warner Bros owned for some reason.
Yeah, like Daleks and shit.
Yeah, just all crammed into like one fucking scene, and it's like
just like a brag.
Yeah, it's just like, oh yeah, we just had this lying around, so we'll try and like lace it into a plot with
Looney Tunes.
Yeah. Another great scene was the live action actor of Shaggy from the Scooby-Doo movie getting ripped into by the cartoon character from the animated series. It's just, where can you find that? Where can you find that in any other film? Because you can't.
You can't do it. That scene was so funny to me because I love the Scooby-Doo live actions 1 and 2. We'll probably do a guilty pleasures on that at some point because I really love it.
Sure,
and when I saw that, I was just like, that is brilliant. That's so fucking clever. Like, they've just how they've hired the actor for not even 10 seconds of screen time because they've just, you know what, fuck it, we've got money, we'll make a Batmobile, make a Batsuit, we'll hire Shaggy for like 5 seconds of screen time, and we'll just fuck him off for the rest of the movie. That's the only time that we see him.
Fantastic.
He's so good, and there's things like that. So they're like breaking the fourth wall, kind of, with the cartoons talking to the actors that played them. And my favourite fourth wall break, you know what I'm gonna say.
I know what
you know what I'm gonna say.
I know what you're gonna say, man.
Oh, look at that!
Is it a mirage or just product placement?
Hey, who cares? With shopping convenience at such low prices. Water, Fresca, Mountain Dew, your product name here.
Is this your idea?
The audience expects it. They don't even notice this kind of thing anymore.
Nice of Walmart to provide these Walmart beverages in return for us saying Walmart so many times.
In the middle of the desert.
Yeah, and they just poke fun at the fact that it's just obvious product placement in a movie. And it probably was real product placement.
Definitely was.
But it was done so well, and it was done so comedically.
Yeah, that you don't care.
No, we don't.
It's like I hate product placement in movies. The worst cases that I've seen, even though I love the movies, right? We've got Man of Steel and Batman versus Superman, right?
So bad.
The product placement in Man of Steel, right? They are using a certain brand of phone, and it like focuses on how on the phone, and the shots that are like framed so it's just the phone in frame, and it's just to say these people are using this phone. It must be a good phone.
Yeah.
Batman versus Superman. There's a close up of a guy opening a can of Coke.
That's like a classic.
It's like, there you go, mate. Have a nice, refreshing can of Coke when you're in the desert. I was just, no. And then again, Lois Lane is in the bath. Clark comes in. She turns around to place something on, like, I think it's like a bullet on the bath, and center frame. There's like a L'Oreal bath soap bottle. Center frame. I was just like, that's so fucking obvious.
And then you get you get a children's movie made in 2003, which does the job so much better.
So much better.
Yeah.
They do it in such a comedic way. I think the reason why they do it so much better is because it's a film that, is lighthearted and it's all jokey. They can poke fun at it.
Yeah.
But in Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman, because the tone was so serious, they had to find a way to kind of almost like hide it. But they didn't. They did it so obviously. And I hate product placement, but this film does it so funny.
Yeah.
The only other film I can think of that does it better is Wayne's World.
Yeah, oh yeah, Wayne's World.
Because it's a film that pokes fun at itself, it's able to product place without it being so obvious and like a cash grab, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, for sure. But we can't talk about the positives of this film without talking about one character.
He's
you know
hot.
You know who I'm going to say.
Yes.
The chairman.
Oh,
that is
man.
literally his name.
The chairman.
He is the chairman of the Acme Corporation. The Acme Corporation make pretty much all the dangerous stuff.
Everything in this film. They make everything.
Yeah.
You name it, they probably made it. It's crazy.
He's played by Steve Martin, and you can tell Steve Martin just didn't give a shit in this film. You can tell that Steve Martin was just like, I'm in a children's film right now.
I'm gonna overact.
I'm gonna completely overact. He wears the shortest shorts with knee-high socks and really contrasting like trainers. Great. He's such a funny protagonist. He reminds me of the main villain from Spaceballs. That's kind of like the cheesy comedic level of brilliance that he brings to this film. And I think that there's probably one more like incredibly meta scene right at the end of the film that we haven't spoken about.
I can't remember. Go on. Oh shit! Yeah.
Brendan Fraser's character in this film meets Brendan Fraser, who is a arrogant, self-entitled actor, and punches him square in the face.
But not only that, it turns out the whole film, Looney Tunes, like what we've been watching the whole time, is actually a film. Because there's a bit right at the end where like the green screen turns off and then it's like, right, cut, and then all the actors, including
the
like the cartoons, walk off set. So the whole film that you've been watching is actually a film being shot in the movie. It's really clever because it's almost like, so I've sat through this whole thing and it actually doesn't even matter.
No.
Because it's a film inside a film.
But then you remember, well, it never mattered anyway because it's a children's film.
Yeah. Fucking hell. Oh, it was such a good watch.
Yeah.
Have you got any like bad points or anything?
There's this whole scene in Paris, where Bugs and Daffy are being chased, and it just goes on for too long.
Yeah.
It was like 10 minutes later, it was like, oh right, they're still being fucking chased.
Yeah.
But aside from that, I mean, it is what it is.
It doesn't take itself like you can't really criticize it too heavily because you can tell it doesn't take itself seriously. If it was genuinely trying to be like a seriously taken film with a serious plot and serious like characters, then you can point out flaws. But it's obviously poking fun at itself, so it's almost like you can't criticize it.
And it's rare for kids movies to do that. I mean, it's like Lego Movie does that.
Cat in the Hat does it.
Yeah, Cat in the Hat does as well. But it's rare that films have got like that kind of self-awareness to
Like
do that,
breaking the fourth wall type of
and
stuff.
to do it well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because like Birds of Prey, they break the fourth wall, but they do it so cheesily and shit, and it's not cheesy like this where it's cheesy and it's fun because it's not poking fun at itself. It's actually trying to break the fourth wall and be something more than it's not, if you get me.
Yeah.
Like this film breaks the fourth wall, but it knows it's not a serious film and don't take it seriously. But with Birds of Prey, they're actually trying to have a meaningful plot and meaningful characters. So when they break the fourth wall and it's shit, it's just like, well, you've just kind of ruined, the tension that could have been built.
Yeah, for sure.
Whereas a film like this, it just does it in such a good way. It's brilliant.
Yeah. So, what would you give this film out of 10 then?
I mean, I'm going at it from it's a kids movie that's stupid, not a cinema masterpiece point of view. But I had fun watching it. If you haven't watched it, just do it. It's like an hour and 20.
Yeah.
It isn't even a long film. Like, just do it, man. I rate it probably a 7 out of 10. Because you kind of have to, realise that it is still a movie.
Yeah.
And it's not up there
No.
as a movie, but, I had fun and it's funny. So, a strong 7 out of 10.
I reckon, I think because, I've got like a more of a connection with it because I used to watch it as a kid all the time.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to give it an 8. It's whatever.
Fair enough.
It's a great film. I love it, and it's only aged better since I've watched it like a few days ago. So it's definitely an 8 out of 10 for me.
Awesome. Right. I'm about to show Jacob Airplane. So hopefully that's going to be... I mean, we will be reviewing that at some point. Whether it's next or the video after that, who knows. But yeah, we're going to watch Airplane.
Nice one.
That's about it. Like and subscribe. Instagram is in the bio. It's been pretty dead lately, but I'm going to try and get some more facts up, to be honest.
Yeah.
To be fair, our channel's been dead, really. We haven't uploaded in 2 weeks or so. We was going to upload a thing, review, but...
Mason fucked it up.
I didn't fuck it up. All the files, they just weren't importing into Premiere Pro, so I was like, I'm not going to stress myself out over it. We'll just scrap it and we'll do Looney Tunes instead.
Big step down.
So yeah, like, subscribe, Instagram in the bio, and we'll see you in the next one. See you later, boys.
See ya.